All right, the parts came in for the shifter. I'm all excited. Got to get the bike on the road. Shift the rod. This actually has a rubber bushing on the rod itself. I'm going to upgrade this rubber bushing to this right here, which is called a billet spring loaded shift rod spacer. All right, so it's got a spring on it instead of just being a plastic rubber spacer, which this one is beat. So the idea is this one sits on the shaft and it has the spring and it puts a little bit of pressure on the rod so the rod's not moving back and forth. Oh yeah, what a difference. Ton of play in that shifter rod compared to this new one. So I got the new rod because this one looks worn out. You can see it's worn out, and I didn't want to mess with the put new bushings in with a worn out rod. Yeah, there's a lot of play in that. So I figured, hey, for the money, I might as well just change it. This whole repair is probably going to cost me, I think it's right around 60 bucks. Don't know the exact price off the top of my head, but it's like 60 or 70 dollars for everything. You gotta buy 2 bushings. I bought the rod and I bought the modified or the upgraded spacer. I did not go through Harley for these parts. I went aftermarket. All right, so the first thing I want to do is put the spring spacer in. That's gotta go in first. Now to get these exactly where they're at, because I don't want to mess with them after I put it all back together, I'm just gonna take my tape measure. And I'm just going to measure. I'm going to put this one down, just measure the height of this one. So I'm at 4.5 inches. So I'm going to put these the same way they came off. That way I don't have to mess with them on the bike. To take these off, it's going to be a 1/4 inch Allen head socket is what I'm using. Okay. Wow. It's tight. Taking the screw right out, because as you see here, there is actually an indentation where the screw actually sits when it goes in. All right, now we gotta work these out. There we go. All right. So we'll put this one in. Alright, let's measure it, make sure it's in the right spot. Oh, it's gonna go up one more tooth. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Now, probably wondering how I'm going to put these in. Well, these are going to be, they're going to go in like that. Okie dokie. Now to do that, I'm going to use this bolt with washers. A little homemade tool that I have. As you can see, it's not going to be long enough to do it the way I wanted to do it. So we are going to modify this just a little bit and do one side at a time. Right, I'm just going to lube this up a little bit just to make it easier to slide in there. Alright, so I'm going to put the wrench on one side and we're just going to tighten this side. And that should slide this right in there. And there she is. Nice and flat on there. Now I gotta do the other side, alright? Now if I had the proper tool, this would all go in one piece. But I don't, so I gotta do it in sections. And there you go. It's in. So both sides are in. So all I do is I use just a bolt, some washers, nuts, whatever to make up the difference, and I just did one at a time. Because like I said, I don't have the tool for this, but this works just as good. As you can see, I got them in. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spray this with some lubricant. I'm just going to throw some silicone lubricant in there. Spray it up really good. And then spray this bad boy up. Now I'm going to slide it through. Oh, that's a tight fit. No play in that. That's nice. Now we got to get this bad boy back on. There we go. Wow. That is a tight fit. That is going to be a big improvement over what I had, I'll tell you that. Okay, I'm not sure if the book calls for Loctite on this, but I am going to put Loctite on it. Oh, look at that, no play at all. It's got a little bit, and that's normal, but nothing like it was before. Look at that. So the two bushings took care of the side-to-side play and all that movement inside there with the new shaft. And then this spring, right, is going to keep pressure on it so it doesn't move in and out. So that should prevent this shifter from coming loose on me. Okay, we got done. Shifter is in. And the bike needs a good wash, I'll tell you. So there you have it. Wasn't that bad. Even without the proper tools, I was able to get that, get the bushings out, get the bushings in, just using a bolt, nut, and some washers, and putting it all back together. I did use Loctite on those screws for the shifters. Don't care if the book calls for it or not. I'm using it just to be extra careful or extra sure that those things stay in this time. But it eliminated all the play. It's the first one I've had to change out the bushings on. But then again, this bike has, like I said, over 60,000 miles. So it was due for the shifter rod, I guess you'd call it, and the bushings. Really was due. But anyway, she's tight. I don't foresee any more issues down the road. Not until they wear out again. That's all I got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful in some way, as I always say. And leave comments. Support the channel by subscribing, sharing, and liking the videos. Thank you all. Bye-bye.